Hey guys, it's Erica and Allisha, and we are here with your weekly wellness check. We're going to wait just a few minutes for a couple people to join us. So get your minds right for a little Q&A session related to nutrition. So start thinking about all your nutrition related questions, and we will get started here in just a few minutes.
Post your favorite knock-knock joke if you have one. It's behind on my computer.
Hello, it's me.
We got 7.
What do we got?
Joe Jones says, I miss y'all. We miss you
Hi,
too, Joe. Oh, hey, Mama. Mom said hi.
Hi, Mom.
We're at 8. 10's the number. We're waiting on 10.
We're waiting for the tenor.
There.
Oh, we're there. All right, guys. Welcome to your weekly wellness checkup. I am Coach Erica, and this is Coach Allisha, and we are prepared for an awesome Q&A style session today. So we are going to be talking about some nutrition-related things, and we would like you to ask us your nutrition-related questions. We've been getting a lot of feedback that you guys are struggling a little bit with nutrition, with how to stay routine or how to combat having so many people in the house. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is just some strategies of how you can work through that. And we have a really cool interactive thing, especially if you have kids, you'll want to stay tuned for this one. I think it could be really helpful for you. So don't forget to comment, because if you do comment on this live session, you will get entered for the Instapot raffle, and that will only help your cooking. So, all right, are you ready? We are ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay, so the word is routine. That's the word that we are focusing on right now. And we have assigned each letter of the word routine just a little snippet about eating a little bit better, getting in a better nutritional routine for you and your family. So the first letter of routine is R, and R stands for readiness. So really anytime that you change a behavior or you're trying to get on track of something, you have to ask yourself, are you ready? So that's what I'm asking you right now. A lot of you are saying that you aren't doing a very good job of nutrition, or saying that you would like to change your eating habits or get back to your regular eating habits, but are you really ready? So the rest of these that we're going to talk about today are kind of ways to make sure that you're ready, and if you're not ready, you can follow these steps to become ready. So some other questions that you could ask yourself to determine if you're ready or not is your environment ready? So have you bought groceries that are conducive to what you're trying to implement? Are you getting your Instapot out of the cupboard? Are you dusting off your crock pot? Those types of things. So just being prepared in the kitchen to be successful. Also, is your family ready? If you have a spouse, you have to make sure that they're on board, because it just makes it that much harder if they're kind of on their own agenda and you are the only one that's trying to make the right choices. Kids obviously are important as well, and we're going to talk about some ways that they can kind of get involved and help you make better choices. Lastly, what if you're not ready? It's very possible. So like I said, the rest of the things that we're going to talk about today, I feel like can help you determine if you are ready, and if you're not ready, how do I get there? So next, Allisha's going to tell you about O.
So O is for openness. Openness to change in this particular instance. And then that refers to an individual's level of acceptance and their conscious awareness of the possibility that change may be needed. So obviously the state that we're in a constant state of change, right? Things are changing every single day. So that means that your nutrition is probably changed. So now we need to get it back, right, to a little bit better, a little bit more healthy, if you will. So now would definitely be a good time to try to be open to trying new food recipes, or maybe even have your family try some new foods that they haven't had before. And by doing so, if you are willing to be open to trying new foods, you actually may surprise yourself by finding some recipes, or just some foods that you may have thought you would have never liked before. And
I will say that the older I get, the more I realize that there's foods that I used to not like that I do like. So I think your palate changes, and even if you've thought for your entire life that I absolutely will not touch a Brussels sprout, try it again, because you never know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, love me some good Brussels sprouts. But yeah, so like playing off of what Erica said, especially with your kids, I know there's a lot of picky eaters out there, but maybe trying to throw some things together that is hiding like the foods that they're actually eating. So like sneaking vegetables into your scrambled eggs that your kids will eat, trying it out that way.
Ants on a log.
Ants on a log. Love some good celery, right? It's
With peanut butter.
Well, yeah, and then throw little raisins on there, and oh yeah, you're good to go. Crunchy or creamy?
Well, I have crunchy right now because it was all that was left, but typically I'm a creamy.
Yeah, that could be the thing too. Speaking of all that was left, people raided the grocery stores, so you really could only get certain things. So let's just throw all of those things that you got randomly into a big pot and see what happens.
My mom calls that must go. Like everything that's left in the refrigerator must
go. Oh, I like it. All right, on to you.
All right, so we're back to the letter U. R-O-U. You see where we're going with this? So U stands for utilize your resources. So not just, like we talked about earlier, not just the resources that are in your kitchen, but also like Pinterest and Facebook. There's some really awesome recipes out there right now. Pinterest is, it's like, there's no words for it. It's got everything you could ever need for whatever kind of recipe you need, whatever kind of contraption you're using. You can go there and find some really good ideas, especially for the kids. If you need some more creative ideas, like Allisha was talking about, how to sneak the vegetables in, Pinterest is definitely the way to go. Also, you want to think about utilizing your resources as far as your friends and your family. So maybe you have a recipe book that was passed down from like your grandma. You could always go through the recipe book and Google some things like, okay, how do I make this a little bit healthier? What's a substitute that I could use for butter? What's a substitute that I could use for sugar? And that way you're kind of putting a little healthier twist on a classic recipe. Also, we want to think about how Allisha just said, well, there's not really that much left in the grocery store. So as best as you can, you really want to be intentional with what you buy. So I know for me, for example, when this all first started happening and I was going to the grocery store, none of the things that I would normally buy were there. So I was just, well, shoot, like that made me panic even more. So I was like, I better just buy whatever I can and buy all this food and to make sure that we have enough food. But now that it's kind of settled down a little bit, I think that the stores definitely do have more in stock. So if you can just think about being a little bit more intentional with what you buy so that when you are in the house and you are bored, you are grabbing something that's not fueling your body or not nutritious for your body. So also don't buy with the mind frame of I'm gonna run out. I think we're okay. I think that the grocery stores are doing a good job of keeping things in stock. So as best as you can, just try to keep to your normal routine. Don't let what is happening around us kind of change what your grocery trips normally look like.
Tea. So T stands for time bound. We are so used to being on a schedule and everything is structured. The time that you wake up for the day to the time that you go to sleep. It is structure. And so that has all kind of gone out the window. So with that has gone the times that you eat during the day, right? So have you found yourself maybe eating at different times of the day? Or maybe your kids are coming to you every 10 minutes like, Mom, Dad, I'm hungry. You just ate 10 minutes ago. Really, you're not hungry, you're bored. Or are you even seeing like that you're eating at the same times that you normally would when you're on a set schedule? I want you to try setting up a routine so that you're eating a breakfast, you're taking a break, you're eating a snack, you're taking a break, you're actually giving yourself a lunch break. If you are working from home, if you're not, you still should set up that routine, and kind of so on and so forth throughout the day. It helps keep you on schedule, helps keep the kids on schedule, and then you're not just aimlessly eating all of these calorie-filled things, and it allows you to be a little bit more intentional about the things that you choose when you are sitting down and like, okay, this is my breakfast time, this is my lunch time, and not just running to the fridge and grabbing whatever sounds good or is right in your face. Also, set yourself reminders. A big thing, if you have like a lot of things in your house that like things to drink. So if you keep juice in the house or Gatorade or whatever that might be. I know that's kind of like my go-to. Aside from my coffee in the mornings, I would rather maybe not drink water all day long. I would at work, but at home it's a little bit different. So set a reminder for yourself to drink water. It's super important, making sure that you stay hydrated. That is just as important as eating your fruits and vegetables and protein. Making sure you're getting your 8-ounce glasses of water a day. And also, when you wake up in the morning, another good thing too, and actually Coach Sarah put it on a challenge a few weeks ago, is when you first wake up, drinking at least 1 glass of water before you eat or drink anything else, because that's going to actually help replenish what you lost overnight.
This is another trick that I use to, I've been doing a horrible job drinking water. I'm really just not even drinking anything, like coffee in the morning and then nothing. So I was like, okay, gotta change something, we gotta do this. So what I did is when I was at Walmart, I happened to pass by these water bottle, like fancy water bottles, and I was like, I'm gonna buy some of those to entice myself to drink more. So I bought one of those little Bubba water bottles, and it's insulated, so when I put ice in it, it stays for the entire day. I, for whatever reason, drink more when I drink out of a straw, so I made sure that I got one with a straw. So it definitely I've had it for about a week now, and I will definitely say that it has helped me drink a lot more water than I have been. All right, next one is I. Alicia mentioned the word just a little bit ago, but the word is intentional.
And that wasn't intentional.
It was not intentional that she leaked my word intentional, but the word is intentional. So the big question, the big thing I think that we're all fighting is, are you eating because you're bored? So what we have to do is kind of change our mindset in the way that we are thinking about food and why we're eating our food. So a couple points that I thought were important, to things that you can kind of change in your mind to think about when you're eating or why you're eating, is to think of your food as fuel for brain power if you're working from home. So if you're not starting your day with a good breakfast, then you're probably not going to be as clear-headed or as productive throughout the early morning hours as you would be. So that's one thing, brain power for work. The second thing is patience for taking care of the kids. If you're hungry and if your blood sugar's up and you're dehydrated, your body is not running as efficiently as it could. So if you made sure that you had a little morning snack that was nutritious, that got you a little vitamin C and some healthy proteins, and you're feeling full and your body is running on its good fuel, then you probably won't scream at your kids as much as you would if you were hungry. So the next one is energy for an evening workout. So you've worked all day long, you've been wrangling the kids all day long, and now comes the time when you have to make yourself do your evening workout, or flip it around if it's your morning workout. Think of this later in the evening snack as fuel for me to push through this workout and get the best workout that I can. Because if you don't have any fuel in your body before you go in to do your workout, then you're probably not going to be pushing as hard as you could. And then not only before, but afterwards, you're not going to recover as well either. So just kind of thinking about eating with a purpose. Why are you about to put whatever you're about to put in your mouth? Just kind of be a little bit more intentional with that. Also, just as important as not eating too much is making sure that you're eating enough. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but that's something that we see a lot, especially working with people who work at Toyota. It's tough for them, to get their breaks and to eat so quickly during their short breaks and during their lunches. So that's something that we see a lot. It's a real thing. People don't eat enough. So what we have done, though, that can help you with this is we have this little interactive chart that we're going to show you here. And this is something that is definitely good to do with your kids. You can do it with every person in your family. You can do it just for yourself, even if you're living by yourself. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. Introducing the daily meal tracking sheet. How are we?
Just gonna move it back a little bit.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we've got here is on the left is your servings. So this goes up to 8 servings. On the bottom here, we've highlighted kind of all of your major macronutrient groups, or the things that we want to make sure that we're getting in. So we have your carbohydrates, we have your proteins, your fats, your fruits, your vegetables, your water, and oh yes, we're counting a treat. So to make this easy, we're not going to ask you to measure all your food and to weigh your food and that kind of thing. But one of the things that some of us like to use is why this is going to work for kids. That's why this is going to work for women, for men. So, what's wrong? So this second row here, this is your serving size. So for carbohydrates, you're going to have half of a fist. So this is a full fist, so we're talking about a half a cup here. And for your palm, your proteins, it's going to be 1 palm. So if you think about like a chicken breast or a burger patty, maybe about 3 to 4 ounces. And 1 thumb, so about a tablespoon or so of healthy fats. Half of a fist or half a cup for fruit, and 1 fist for vegetables. 8 ounces is going to be our serving of water. And then when you get your treat, it's going to be whatever 1 serving is, if it's in a package or whatever. So how this works, there's a number underneath, and for the day, this is daily, it's not weekly, you do this every day. Your goal is to have your half fist of carbohydrates 3 times a day. Protein, you're going to try to get 4 palms. Fats, you're going to try to get 3 thumbs. Fruits, 3. Vegetables, 4. H2O, 8 ounces of water. Also, if you are male, you know that typically males burn more calories, they have bigger bodies, they have muscles. So, not that women don't have muscles, that's not what I meant, don't not go there. But there's a clear calorie difference. Men need more calorie than women's most of the time. So what they're gonna do is do 2 of everything, okay? So we have our family here. We have mom is gonna be this light purple color. We have dad that's gonna be red, and we have Andy that's gonna be purple, okay? So what you can do, let's say Mom had this breakfast time, and Mom had her carbs, so she had her one serving of carbs. And then we have Dad. He also had breakfast, and he had his one serving of carbs. And then Andy, he was a good boy, and he had his carbs. So throughout the day, as you eat your snack or your lunch or whatever, you're going to continue to try to meet your 3 goal. So you'll be able to tell if you went past or if you didn't get to it. Same with protein. You'll mark so that you know each person is their special color. And then H2O will be the highest one, so you want to try to get that all the way to 8. So it's a pretty simple system. I really like using the hand measuring system. You don't really have to put a lot of extra work into it. So it's something really simple that you could do with your kids or by yourself. So we created an electronic version as well that we're going to post in the comments, a picture of that. So you could totally put your own spin on this. This is just a sample of one way that you could do it. So if you have any questions about how this works or you don't quite understand it, make sure you comment and let us know.
Oh, and shout out to Maggie for that ooey gooey toffee cake, as good as it sounds. You can go ahead and just mark that in the treat for the next couple of days. It sounds delicious though. So going off of that, one more thing that I wanted to add too about being intentional is, whenever you get your groceries, if you do grocery pickup or if you go into the store, whatever it is, when you get your groceries home, go ahead and cut up your fruits, cut up your vegetables, get them washed up really good, scrub them really hard. Because then once they're cut up, you're gonna be so much more ready, for you to eat, and you'll want to grab those. Versus if they stay, whole or not, sliced up or whatever, you'd be less likely to eat them. So just another tip for those fruits and veggies and trying to get that in. So anything else you want to add on intentional?
I don't think so.
Okay. Next letter is N.
N.
For now. No better time than the present to start making those changes.
Meow.
So try new things. Include your family in trying those new things right now. Take a trip around your kitchen and check out what you got to use. What do you have available? What fruits you got that you can eat? What vegetables can you throw into the pot? I know we've had some nice days, so what can I throw in the grill? Go ahead and just do it now, right?
Don't wait.
Take the time, create a plan. So if you do, like I just did a grocery pickup the other day. Thank you, Mom. Shout out to you. You helped me actually start doing that. But create a plan. So what are you going to eat for the next week? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Write those down. Get all the ingredients. Go ahead and make your grocery list. And then you've got a plan for the next week. You got things ready to go. And then so when dinner comes around, you're not like, well, I'm just going to go grab a bag of chips and eat that because that's what's available. You're ready. You know what the plan is. So do it right now.
Right now. I'm going to tell you, right here, transparency. I have been doing awful. Haven't been meal prepping. I can't even tell you the last time I had a vegetable, really. So when I go home, I'm such a structured person anyway, so I can't believe that I'm not doing this, but I'm gonna go home and make my chart and plan next week out. I think the time thing is really gonna help me because when I'm at work, I eat. You can ask everybody at work. I'm pretty much eating all day long, but I'm only eating at a specific time every day. So I think what I'll do is write out my times and try that first. Is just eat when I know that I'm supposed to eat. There, I told you.
Transparency.
All right. Next, our last letter is E, and it's my favorite one. Enjoy. So I know that we're here telling you do this and do this and do this and do this and do it now, but don't take this so seriously. You can have some fun with it too. Slip ups are okay. It happens. Even if you've been slipping up for the last 4 weeks, now's the time. We've even provided you with a spot for a treat on our little chart. So take it and run with it. And think outside the box. Have some fun with it. Think outside the box. So here's some ideas. Have a picnic. It's a little chilly out today, so maybe not today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so probably not tomorrow. But when it gets nice, have a picnic. Have a themed dinner night. I've been seeing a lot on Facebook that these parents are like turning their dining rooms and kitchens into a restaurant, and they're pretending to be the server.
Fun.
So they like dress up and put like, you know, the thing over their arm, and they're pouring apple juice and taking their orders. It's super cute. So themed dinner night. Like Allisha said, try a new food is always an option. This one, as long as you do it with good hygiene and sanitation in mind, you could make dinner for a friend or for a family member, and either make twice as much of what you are making or make something special for them, and make somebody else feel good in the process. So enjoy what you're doing. Don't think of all these things that we're telling you to do as a chore. Think about it as helping your family feel better and to grow better, grow strong. Think about it as good fuel for you, to be a better parent or to be a better person, to be a better friend, whatever it is.
And
Go.
I was just going to read a couple comments that we have on here. So Sarah Maggard said, sometimes I'll spend a little extra to buy pre-cut veggies and fruits, so there's little to no prep and they're ready to go. I am 100% with you, Sarah. I love buying pre-cut vegetables. Normally when I'm working, I'll do that a little bit more often than right now, but that is a huge saver. Maggie, please post the pic. I would love to see that, by the way. She wants to post a pic of her ooey gooey toffee cake.
Maggie, I'm going to challenge you. Take some of your ingredients and Google it. What's a healthy alternative for the ooey gooey caramel cake? Is that what it is?
Toffee cake.
Oh, toffee cake. I mean, I know it might not taste the same, but you might be surprised. You can probably make it taste pretty good.
And then Kim said, I've been doing so bad, working from home stinks, but she's out walking while she's watching us.
Perfect.
So thank you for tuning in, Kim. And let's see if we got anybody else on here. Hey, Christy. And Marlene, water everywhere. Yes. Surround yourself with water. Drink all the water that you can. I know that I have been trying to bump up my water game. I've got a challenge with my mom and my niece, so that's something that you guys could do too. Is
challenge me. There you go.
So yeah, definitely challenge. It helps, I promise.
Cool.
Right.
Since we have just like another minute, I'm going to show you a little close up. Here's a little bit more detailed version of our tracking sheet. So we're going to post this in the comments. It gives you some examples of what, the carbs and the fats and the proteins, what they are. And it comes complete with your daily goals. And this would be super easy to implement, whether you wanted to do it, Excel style, if you wanted to do a chalkboard or a dry erase board or colored pencils or markers, whatever. I think this would be a really awesome activity for families to do. So if you want more information on this, if you'd like a copy of it, we're going to post it in the comments, and I can also email this out. Any more questions?
Do you have any a sub for powdered sugar?
A sub for powdered sugar. What's the normal? I think the normal substitution for sugar is applesauce, maybe.
I think so too.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what. Look on Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest.
They
got it all.
They will know.
Awesome. Nope, that sounds like it's good. Elena's excited to use the tracking sheet.
All right. Cool. This is a TMMK Fitness original. We created this, so
yeah,
custom for our members. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, we are over and out. So if you think of anything later, feel free to comment. We'll be checking the stream, and you can email, Facebook us, whatever. You know how to get a hold of us. Thank you all for joining us for our weekly wellness check. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.